Hey everybody, it's Sire, and today I'm reviewing Straight Outta Compton. Let me just say that going into this movie, I was unsure what to expect because I'm not really that into hip-hop music. I like it well enough, but I don't love it, nor do I like it enough to know the history of it, and I don't really know anything at all about NWA. I didn't even know that Express Yourself was made by them. I had heard the song many times before. No clue was made by them. So, needless to say, I wasn't really sure what I should expect from this movie. But I can say now that I've seen it, I was very pleasantly surprised. It was a really good movie. I really liked it. Normally, I'm not really one to focus on the acting of a movie. I know it's important for the success of a movie that the acting be good, but I'm not really one to focus on it as an issue or a positive to a movie, usually. But in this movie, I can confidently say the acting was phenomenal. O'Shea Jackson Jr., whose father was Ice Cube, looks and sounds like he was born to play his father in this movie. And his relationship with the characters Eazy-E and Dr. Dre in the movie was just so believable. They looked like they were actually good friends and like they had been best friends for the longest time. And when they got into fights, it felt like a real fight. And when they reconciled, it looked like they were actually happy to see each other again. Like they hadn't seen each other in 10 years or however long it had been, and they looked like they legitimately made up, like they were legitimately very happy that they had done that, and that just added to the movie so much. I'm not an emotional guy. I rarely cry, but in this movie there were a few moments where I was like, not gonna cry, nope, I refuse, no, don't make me do it, no. And I was on the verge, of tears. It was, oh God, it was excellent. It was just very well done. But it wasn't just the emotional parts of this movie that made it good. There were also a lot of small, but I feel vital parts of the movie that made me laugh, that just made me go, oh, they're really good friends. That's nice. That's touching. And those parts of the movies, because I always think that a movie should not only be sad. Because if a movie is only sad, then I'm miserable coming into it and out of it. And I don't want to be miserable when watching a movie. That's not to say that a really sad movie can't be very good, but I'm just saying I like it when there's a bit of sunshine just thrown into a movie, even if it's mostly sad. And that means a lot to me. The plot of this movie was, well, I mean, it's based on a true story, and from what I've heard, the actual people who lived the story were heavily involved in the making of this movie. So I'm not really sure what to say. It made sense because it was true. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say anything else. But what I can say is that I did not know that NWA was such a vital part of music history and even civil rights history, because I had no idea they were this important. And the fact that I learned all this from a movie, I think is a great thing. Because if I could come out of a movie having enjoyed it and also having learned something very important about history, I think that's a great thing. That's a really good thing. I learned something very important here, and I don't think I should take that for granted. So, there you go. Now, this is a really long movie. It is 2 hours and 27 minutes long. And usually when a movie is that long, it suffers from issues with dragging out scenes and making it feel like it took longer than it needed to and just bored you at times. But I cannot say this about this movie. I feel like all, if not almost all, of the scenes that they showed us were vital to the plot and vital to the story that they were trying to tell us about these characters and the group as a whole. When I came out of that movie, I hadn't really noticed that it had been 2.5 hours long. It felt closer to an hour and 40, maybe 2 hours. So when I couldn't feel my legs because I had been sitting down so long, I didn't realize it was because of that. I was really concerned because for a moment I thought I had spontaneously developed polio. But in a lot of other movies that are 2.5 hours long, the movie ends and I'm like, I know exactly why I can't walk anymore. It makes total sense now. But that didn't happen with this movie. It was a mystery. I was honestly concerned. I considered calling 911. So needless to say, I walked out of that theater feeling very satisfied about the movie I had seen. And after I avoided the two paramedics looking for a bearded guy with polio, I drove home and made this review. I honestly recommend this movie, guys. I'm not a huge hip-hop fan, and I didn't even know what NWA was before I saw this movie, and I still really liked it. I feel like it's the kind of movie that anyone can enjoy, no matter what kind of music you listen to or what year you were born. And I feel like a movie that has a bit of focus on police brutality is kind of, well, it's just fitting considering all that's going on. I'm not going to get into that. I don't like politics or stuff like that. But it's fitting considering what's going on nowadays. It was just an all around good movie. And it's as simple as that.